Hundreds of millions of people a week turn to ChatGPT for health advice, and now the platform has a dedicated space for those users. You can upload medical records such as lab results and medications and connect Apple Health to give the platform access to health and fitness data. Our correspondent Heather Myers has more on the story. Good morning, Heather.
Yeah, good morning to you. And OpenAI, the operator of ChatGPT, says every week 300 million people ask medical questions on ChatGPT. So that's why they launched this new program called Health. They launched that program on the very same week that they're now being hit with a lawsuit from a man who says the bot did not take his medical condition serious enough. So Health, which is this new program, again, being launched by ChatGPT, allows you to upload years of medical files, lab results, diet plans. You can even connect your wearable fitness tracker like an Apple Watch to your private and secured folder. You can then use the AI to analyze your health and ask questions. The company hopes it can be used to translate complicated medical language or take a 30,000-foot view at your health. Well, the same week OpenAI announced this program, it was also slapped with that lawsuit from a Florida pastor who claims ChatGPT downplayed his symptoms, would give him Bible verses and told him to sit in a recliner. Turns out he had a pulmonary embolism. The lawsuit says ChatGPT dissuaded him from seeking that help and instead offered him unqualified diagnoses and personalized treatment plans. As a direct result, he suffered a life-altering medical emergency. I reached out to OpenAI to get their response to that lawsuit. I'm waiting to hear back. But meanwhile, many medical experts say artificial intelligence is the future of medicine. And when people need answers, they cannot sit in a waiting room or wait for a doctor to call them back. A 2023 study published in JAMA found ChatGPT's answers to nearly 200 real patient questions were rated by healthcare professionals as higher quality and more empathetic than actual doctors' written responses. I spoke to the author of that study, who also says doctors are using AI right there in the doctor's office to analyze your case.
Now, typically the doctors want to know what the correct answer is. They're just looking for verification. They're looking for clinical decision support. But you could be looking at that same information and going to your doctor, and it's going to mean that you're going to have a better interaction with your doctor. You're going to be more in charge of your health. And it's going to mean you're potentially going to have better outcomes.
So Dr. John Ayers, who you just heard from, again, the author of that study I told you about, he says the real question is, which platform is the best one for getting medical answers? Is it ChatGPT? Could it be Claude or Grok or one of the hundreds of others? He says in the very near future, he expects you to be able to put in your question into one of these platforms. And if your medical condition is serious enough, it would advise you to be triaged and alert your medical clinic that you are on the way. He says that will happen very soon here. Reporting live in San Diego, I'm Heather Myers. Chris, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Heather, thank you for that. What a time to be alive. This is really
no
seems
kidding.
like a weird dream or something.
Yeah, it does.
All right, joining us now, Brendan Steinhauser, the CEO of Alliance for Secure AI. Brendan, thank you for being with us this morning. Got some questions on the records. When you upload these records, where do they go? I mean, can we really trust that our data is gone, and then what happens from there?
I think that's the real question here is, do you trust these companies? Do you trust the CEOs of these companies to